All right, friends, if you thought horror movies and haunted cabins or slasher maniacs were wild, let me introduce you to Together, a film that turns codependency into literal body horror. This is one of those movies that starts in the suburbs of normal life and ends with you squirming and laughing, maybe quietly assessing your own relationships. At its core, Together is about Tim and Millie, a couple teetering on the edge of a breakup, who escape the city for the countryside. But their fresh start comes with a twist, straight out of folklore. An unnatural force that doesn't just mess with their emotions, it starts fusing their flesh together. Yeah, you heard that right. Think of that awkward moment when you first move in with someone, but if that awkwardness took on a physical form and refused to let go. Now this movie marks the feature-length directorial debut of writer-director Michael Shanks. Shanks isn't just dabbling in body horror for shock value. His screenplay threads this grotesque premise through a thoughtful metaphor about attachment, love, and how two flawed humans navigate the terror of letting go. Cinematographer Jermaine McMicking brings a deceptively serene aesthetic to the film's early scenes: misty woods, warm dinners, wide open spaces that feel peaceful until they don't. That contrast makes the latter, more disturbing moments hit that much harder. So you go from cozy cottage vibes to skin creep territory without ever feeling the transition. But your stomach will. Editor Sean Lahiff deserves a shout out for pacing that's equal parts unsettling to comedic. There are scenes where the tension ratchets up so precisely that you laugh to break the tension, only to be hit immediately with another grotesque image. It's a rhythm that feels like breathing in, hold, then exhale in sheer disbelief. The real heart of this film is the pairing of Dave Franco and Alison Brie as Tim and Millie. These two aren't just acting, they're inhabiting a relationship that feels lived in and real. The fact that they're married in real life gives their weird, sticky journey an almost disturbingly authentic emotional core. And let's talk about that commitment. There's a scene where Franco and Brie are literally prosthetically conjoined in real life for extended takes. The actors reportedly had to figure out how to go to the bathroom together on set. I mean, if horror movies about relationships had a final boss, that might be it. The critics and audience members alike note that Together manages to be gruesome and provocative, but also wickedly funny. It's like if body horror and relationship comedy had a baby and then fused its arms together and declared eternal love. Viewers described it as absolutely bonkers. A wildly original experience that's both horrific and oddly endearing. So this film isn't just about a monster in the woods, it's about the very real monster that's emotional codependence. And it doesn't shy away from turning that theme into something visceral and unforgettable. There are scenes so bizarre and stomach twisting, you find yourself laughing in horror and maybe hugging your partner just a little tighter afterwards. Together isn't just a horror movie about a couple stuck to each other. It's a cinematic mirror that asks, what if the ties that bind us became monsters? And somehow it does that with equal parts grotesque imagery and emotional honesty and dark humor. So if you love horror that sticks long after the credits roll, this is a story you'll be talking about for weeks. I'm Sean Coyne. This is Scaredy Chats. Face your fears.